Do you enjoy visual novels with thoughtful narratives, romance games with fun gameplay, or just enjoy the company of fleshed-out characters that make you want to keep playing for hours? You're in for a treat. In this video, we're diving into the latest in story-rich romance games with charming twists, from delightful new demos to exciting updates on fan favorites and some incredible upcoming titles. Let's jump in! First up is Thesis of Love. The demo for this new otome game is out now on Steam. And while the game will be rated 18, the demo is safe for work, so it's perfect if you want to check it out. This visual novel combines school life, romance, and the clash of Western and traditional Asian cultures, which is kind of relatable and interesting. You play as Shizuki, a sociology student who joins a computer science program. She's chasing her crush, but ends up in a research group with three very different personalities: the easygoing Masaki, the serious Tetsu, and Yonhee, their sleepy teaching assistant. What I'm looking forward to the most is that there can be love triangles, and even fun systems for cooking, dating, and dressing up, so expect gameplay. The full game is planned for 2026, but you can start Shizuki's journey today with a demo. Up next is Snowkissed Romance. The game has launched a Kickstarter campaign and the demo is already up on Steam, which gives you a chance to dive into this cozy, 90s-inspired love story. With stat building, personality quizzes, and a chance to juggle multiple love interests, the game is clearly inspired by classics like Tokimemo and Angelique. The story takes place during your last winter break before college, and you're off to Yukihari, a dreamy little mountain town, to spend the holidays at your aunt's ski resort. Things get interesting when your older brother shows up with his 3 college roommates, childhood friends you haven't seen in years. Will you rekindle an old spark, meet someone new, or focus on making memories with friends? The demo is just the start. There's plenty more to discover, so check it out and consider supporting the Kickstarter. Then we have Love Cult. The upcoming indie game just wrapped up a successful Kickstarter campaign. You play as Meridian, a matchmaker who's trying to stop an oncoming apocalypse. She uses magical lapis cards to pair up people in the city, creating true love connections that might just reverse the end of the world. But it's not easy. Astral gods with their own weird ideas about love are getting in her way, so Meridian has to outsmart them while keeping hope alive. The game promises over 8 hours of gameplay, with fun features like customizing your cult members' looks, skin tone, hairstyles, clothes, and guiding them in matchmaking minigames. The devs even plan to include cute chibi animations inspired by Cult of the Lamb. The full release is set for June 2025, and it's already shaping up to be quite a unique adventure. Next up is Despera Drops. The game is dropping on March 6, 2025 for the Nintendo Switch. The story follows Mika Amamine, a college student studying abroad in Italy. Her chill trip to Rome with friends takes a wild turn when she's wrongly accused of murder. Things spiral even more when the police van she's in crashes, freeing her and 6 other suspects. Now they're all fugitives, running from both the law and mysterious attackers who seem to want something special from Mika. As the group tries to survive, they'll uncover the truth behind Mika's strange power, the murder she was blamed for, and the people chasing them. With a mix of suspense, mystery, and emotional moments, Despera Drops looks like a roller coaster ride you won't want to miss. And then we have Ephemeral-MINIATURE Garden. The game is making its way from mobile devices to Steam, bringing a familiar yet unique otome experience to a wider audience. Originally part of the My Lovey app, this visual novel keeps the vertical design of the mobile version, which will really be a different experience, but includes extras like a gallery where you can unlock and view artwork as you play. My favorite part is that there are no hidden fees. What you see is what you get. The story centers on Arya, a mermaid from the underworld who's accused of a crime she didn't commit. She's sent to a secluded box garden where people are quarantined and meets 3 intriguing characters: Hisui, a quiet and distant guy with a scarred past, Rian, who's blunt but surprisingly relatable, and Yugu, a friendly, charismatic guy who seems to light up every room. So if you're into immersive storytelling with a touch of mystery, this one's worth checking out on Steam. Up next is Temirana, The Lucky Princess and the Tragic Knights. The release of the game has been pushed back to 2026. It was originally planned to launch in 2025, but the publisher announced a delay for both the physical and digital versions on Nintendo Switch in North America and Europe. In Temirana, you'll play as the cursed princess, a royal who's been isolated from her family because of a birthmark tied to unlucky rumors. Things take a surprising turn when she attends a tournament and discovers her special gift. She can sense danger through glowing lights. Among the fighters, 5 men shine with a unique glow, and she invites them to join her as knights. But it's not all smooth sailing. Some of them have 0 sword skills, and others don't even want to be knights. While there's no new release date yet, you can still wishlist the game or subscribe to the channel to be looped in on the latest otome updates. Now let's talk about Homicipher. The mystery adventure game just got a major update with version 2.0. This update introduces 2 brand new endings, Your Side and Reunion, adding new layers to the story. The game's tone has been adjusted for a more polished and immersive experience, and there's now a new language mode that also gives the protagonist's dialogue a mysterious twist. In Homicipher, you wake up in a strange world where you don't understand the language. Through gestures, expressions, and clues from objects, you learn to decode this foreign tongue while navigating the story. It's a point-and-click adventure with branching paths, unexpected twists, and 17 possible endings to uncover. With its replay-friendly design and focus on player discovery, this game offers a unique mix of mystery, exploration, and storytelling that will keep you hooked. Up next is The Radiance. Version 2.0 brings a ton of new features to enhance your gameplay. First up is the CG Gallery, where you can rewatch all the special scenes you've unlocked so far. Then, extended epilogues have been added to each ending, giving you an extra glimpse into life with your chosen love interest. Expect new secrets, touching milestones, and plenty of heartfelt moments tailored to your romance route. On top of that, there's a brand new love interest, Professor Balin, a mysterious siren with a love for ancient artifacts and hidden knowledge. If you haven't checked out The Radiance yet, it's about an ordinary college student who's pulled into a magical world after witnessing a tragic event. You'll face trials, meet quirky characters, and shape your destiny in this charming visual novel. Up next is When Stars Collide. The second episode of the game is here, and it's packed with new content to dive into. This update adds chapters 3 and 4, along with 14 new CG illustrations where Cav finally gets his big moment and a bonus scene to enjoy. In total, the game now has over 150,000 words of story, plus some extra scenes if you unlock them. When Stars Collide is a mix of sci-fi adventure and romance where you play as Will Nimera, a telepathic wanderer who wakes up after being in stasis for 500 years. They join the crew of a space exploration ship called the Ophelia, but things get messy when powerful factions start chasing after ancient tech and the secrets hidden in Will's mind. With 6 potential love interests, customizable character options, and choices that shape the story, it's an emotional and exciting ride through deep space. Then we have the Saintess of the Golden Bow. The game just launched their Kickstarter pre-launch page, so you can sign up to be the first to know when the campaign goes live. Over on Steam, the game is already racking up wish lists, so if you've been following the demo or are just curious, now's the perfect time to add it to yours. In Saintess of the Golden Bow, you play as Celine, an office worker who ends up in her favorite fantasy web novel after an accident. But instead of following the tragic story she knows, Celine takes control of her fate, stepping into the role of the Saintess. Along the way, you'll build relationships with characters like the charming knight Levi, the mysterious prince Noah, and the dedicated high priest Elijah. With 3 romantic routes, over 30 hours of gameplay, and multiple endings, this is a story full of twists, big decisions, and unforgettable moments. Next up is Golden Desire Fantasy Romance. The fantasy romance mobile game just dropped this January, where you wake up in the forest of gods with no memory, only to discover a glowing inscription on your collarbone that says, "To the greatest god." Naturally, this throws the divine world into chaos, as four gods, Hades, Zeus, Poseidon, and Aphrodite, step up to prove they deserve the title and your heart. This visual novel lets you dive into a magical world inspired by Greek mythology. As you explore their stories, you'll shape your destiny through meaningful decisions, unlock beautiful artwork, and discover how your story ends. Whether you're into heartfelt stories or just want to hang out with some dreamy gods, Golden Desire is packed with feels and adventure. And then we have The Silent Kingdom. This dark and emotional, story-driven otome RPG is coming to early access on February 18, 2025. The initial release will include the prologue and Chapter 1, with 2 more chapters planned soon after. In The Silent Kingdom, you play as Princess Irenis, a royal trying to save her cursed kingdom. Along the way, your choices will shape her personality, relationships, and destiny. Whether it's forming bonds with companions or navigating the challenges of turn-based battles, everything you do influences the story. With its deep, dark fairy tale vibe, this game lets you decide if Irenis becomes a hero, a villain, or something in between. And that wraps up our updates. Are there any games that caught your eye? If you're looking for more English otome games, check out this next video.